The whole thing is because folk got into their will instead of the will of God is why they got kicked out. Snake had what the snake wanted. Eve wanted to follow the snake instead of protocol. Y'all hear that? And your lives will be just like that too. You can't have nothing if you got a dead cat on the line. You can't talk on the phone with a dead cat on the line. You can't even watch satellite TV if there's too much storm in the midst of it. And the Spirit of God doesn't move through a church either if it's got some other agendas other than just doing the Spirit of God. You can't sing for show. I don't care what it is. You can't do church in one way and you just getting you can't do it for just the wrong reason and expect it to be good. It falls down. It falls down and it shows that there's no faith. There's a lack of trust. It won't work. And what God does with stuff that doesn't work is what we ought to do with all that stuff we got in our house that won't work. Get rid of it.
All right.
That's what we ought to do with all the people in our lives that don't work. And according to what you're trying to do, you ought to get rid of it.
Amen.
The failure of life is you know what people have to regret, I'm sure, on every sick bed is that I didn't get rid of all those people that were holding me down. I didn't do what I could have done when I had the ability to do it. That's a terrible thing. And I gave my best and somebody took it for something else. God says, I'm going to wipe the world clean. So, Noah ended up out of all that God has done. So I'm glad to see you here. Noah was the only obedient that's able to be held up as here's an obedient person. Here's a person that's trying to do God's will. And you don't have to have a crowd. You just have to have somebody. Amen. It was somebody who spared all of the species and all the other things. It was just because there was one somebody. Do you know what happened in church when they get 20 somebodies? You can go somewhere when you get 20. 20 who are not contaminated, 20 who wants to see God's will, 20 who wants to do the will of God, 20 who wants to go forward in the Lord's name, 20 who goes beyond, no matter if it rains or does not rain, 20. Oh, no, that's too many. Oh, 12. Isn't that what Jesus said? Just give me 12. And then they got off track. Wait, I'm wrong. 3. Just an inner circle that you can trust, and they trust you. And you could do a whole lot.